Ukraine continues to defend its independence, and there is some news for today for you. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video, write some comments and subscribe our channel to show your support for the Ukrainian people. Ukrainian General Staff completely outperforms Russian one. Retired United States Army officer who served as Commanding General, United States Army Europe, Ben Hodges, said the armed forces of Ukraine are doing an excellent job of conducting operations in several directions at once, disorienting the Russian occupiers. The armed forces of Ukraine have partial success west of Robotyne. The Ukrainian Army are inflicting losses in manpower and equipment on the Russian occupiers there. The Ukrainian soldiers continue to consolidate their positions. In certain areas they have advanced from 100 to 600 meters. The Ukrainian armed forces continue to exert pressure on the Melitopol direction. Over the past 3 days, the Ukrainian defenders managed to capture at least 25 Russian occupiers. At the same time, the Russians are even throwing their area units into the battle. The Russian enemy launched a powerful counterattack in the area of Novoprokopivka, but the armed forces of Ukraine not only repelled but also threw back the Russian occupiers. The situation in this area is stalemate. The Russian enemy cannot cut off the Robotyne ledge, and the Ukrainian army cannot expand flanks yet. And this is how the Caesar self-propelled howitzer strikes a BMP of the 291st Motorized Rifle Regiment of the Russian Armed Forces north of Ilchenkove. Currently, the battle for Novoprokopivka is ongoing, and the artillery of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, in addition to striking at the places where Russian troops are concentrated, and also destroying reinforcements that could come to the aid of the Russians defending the settlement. Military equipment, especially NATO self-propelled artillery systems, have proven themselves well in the current war. They shoot more accurately, and most importantly, they deploy quickly, fire and leave their positions, preventing Russian troops from retaliating. That is why Russia is now losing more equipment than Ukraine every day. A so-called Russian troop group in Dnipro refuses to fight on the southern front due to heavy losses in personnel. Due to unsuccessful attempts to regain a foothold on the islands below Nova Kakhovka, the personnel of these units are demoralized. The lack of artillery support and the ruthless use of soldiers demoralizes the Russian enemy, which has led to an increase in desertions and surrenders. Russians are also afraid of a counteroffensive by the armed forces of Ukraine and the blocking of supply routes from Crimea, so they are actively transporting heavy equipment and ammunition through Jankoi to Kherson and Zaporizhia directions. Today, footage of destruction of the Ukrainian Buk M1 air defense system has emerged, but it was just a mock-up that the Russians destroyed with a lancet west of Maximivka. So before you believe the propaganda, you should wait for an official response, not even from the officials but from the military. Atesh agents have infiltrated the Russian occupiers' fortifications located near the village of Primorsky, which is not far from Feodosia. According to Atesh, the Russian occupiers are actively digging trenches and placing so-called dragon's teeth along the coastline. This is all interesting news for today for you. Please do not stand aside, support Ukraine. Like this video, write some comments and subscribe this channel. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes.